Hey guys, welcome back to the Untitled, Unscripted. I'm Jada here with David and Kyron and
Alex.
And Alex.
Hello.
I do it every week and I try to remind myself.
How do you forget about Alex?
I don't forget. It's just like I'm so used to the script.
We're unscripted,
So Alex,
Jada.
why don't you?
Well, the outline.
The guy.
Well, it's basically an outline, okay?
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say, but Alex doesn't put his name in there, so that's his fault.
That is
My
true,
bad.
bro.
I didn't put my name.
Closed mouths don't get fed, Alex. You gotta
There you
include
go.
yourself.
Yep, that's true.
Do you feel like that's something you'll teach your kids?
Yep.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Honestly,
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
I'm excited to have kids just because I want
For that lesson.
No, just
Hey, y'all,
all,
closed mouths.
all my lessons in life. I look forward to stupid stuff like that.
I've lived a long, beautiful life, and I'm excited to pass them on to my kids.
But then again, I can't even see myself having kids, so.
All right, well, that's
Wow.
kind of contradicting.
No, I
want
of course I
kids.
want to, but it's just that's a scary thought. And
Oh.
obviously not right now, way down the road, but.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
How was y'all's week, man?
Let's see. Oh.
Can we acknowledge the fact that we've had a month of school and we all thought like we were only gonna last like 2 months or 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I know. I was giving it till Labor Day.
Oh, till Labor Day, and we passed
Yeah,
that.
here we are. We're still going.
We're excelling.
This past week has been it's been so rough. So okay,
I feel that same way, too.
I'm gonna use this as an
Me too.
opportunity to kind of rant.
Oh.
So I'm doing online through Apex, and they dumped all of my AP courses
Oh, no.
into my curriculum. So now I had history, and I was cruising. History's easy. I actually enjoyed it. I was learning a lot about U.S. history,
That's amazing.
and so I was like, just doing what I needed to do, getting it done, and then all of a sudden I look on the my computer, my device, and I see AP Lang
Ooh.
and AP Environmental.
Oh, man.
But all of the classes, they came with overdue assignments. Like, that was attached to it. So it was like
You had no chance.
it was like 11 overdue assignments on AP Lang, and I don't know, I can't remember the number, but
They
it
set you up.
was double digits on AP
They
Environmental.
set you up for failure.
Yeah, and I was like, "What is this?" And so I like looked through, and it said that they were all due in August. But I was like, I didn't have this in
Yikes.
August. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I kind of know why, but I don't see the point as to why they didn't just.
Give it to you at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. They said that that we're doing the AP courses like the whole year, because how Apex works is your courses are split up into 6 weeks, like 3 6-week periods. And so they dumped both of them in there, and they were like, "Oh, you get this for the whole year." But
So I have a question. So you mentioned like all those overdue assignments. Are they still going to count off points for that?
no.
Okay,
So
good.
did you reach out to someone?
No.
Because so many Apex people were like, I have this many overdue assignments. I'm like, I hope they're not counting off.
Yeah, no.
That would be messed up.
Because I was
Don't
like,
fight.
yeah, I spent this whole week like catching up on everything,
Yeah.
and like AP
I know
Environmental,
that's stressful.
they don't have a textbook. It's been crazy.
I think there's a lot of little kinks in the whole online system thing. There's just a lot that they're still working out, especially like at school too, with attendance and grades and
Yeah.
assignments. It's hard in general, not just only for teachers but students as well, because this is so new to us, and we didn't expect this. So I can understand how that'd be extremely stressful.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing online. I would.
Yeah.
I
You know
would
Abby Butler?
be so overwhelmed. Yeah.
We know Abby. So she told us how she was going to go to Epic, right?
Uh-huh.
And I just saw her coincidentally at Aspen. She said she's going to basically graduate in January.
I know. I saw
They
that.
graduated.
I was like,
yeah.
wow, that's crazy. I was like,
Well, that's
maybe
cool.
Epic might be the move.
I like online.
Online?
Personally,
Really?
it gives me I have the ability to kind of
Patience.
navigate and set up my classes according to my schedule. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely
nice.
easier. So
Man, you still get to go to school too. You still get to go to
yeah.
football.
So I
events.
still get that like
so you
social
still get
aspect.
the school. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
That's
I.
cool.
I-
I think that's what I was afraid of, was not getting that social aspect of it, but really, in the end, we do.
In the end, it all works out.
Speaking of social aspects, we had our first home game at Santa Fe last Friday. It was really fun, honestly. But so our
No, because I think I know what you're about to say.
Our student section,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to reserve tickets, and there was about 200 that students could reserve. 300. And when you get there, you can buy general admission tickets. So I got there like 2 hours early because I thought the line was going to be long, and it was.
It was.
But their stickers placed 6 feet apart in the student section, so we used all three, versus we only used one middle part.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got there, I was sitting on my sticker and Foster was sitting on his sticker, and I was so strict about like stay on your sticker. Because there wasn't many people there, so all the principals were down there at the time. So I was like, stay on your sticker. And I just kept saying it. And then you see all of these kids start to rush in.
Rush, yes.
And Hayes and all of them are like, they can't really tell like 5 kids at a time.
Yeah.
Stay on your sticker.
It was within 10 minutes.
Yes, within 10 minutes,
crazy.
it was just crowded.
It
was just insane to me.
I feel like they kind of like gave up.
Set
Yeah,
themselves.
they did. I saw Mr. Hayes down there on the field, just kind of like scratching his head, and I was like, oh my God.
It's tough. It's like
Yeah.
it's hard to control when you have that many students. And what they thought was that the ones that they reserved, the 300 tickets, would go towards the student section, but then kids that bought like general admission tickets
were going in there
and
Yeah,
sat in the student section.
Well, because I called the office and they said that was okay, so that's why I did. But
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like as long as we're in huge crowds like that and we have our masks on and we're not taking them off and like face to face talking to someone, I think we're fine.
My biggest thing was after that, it was like Saturday, and a lot of people were posting about like they thought Stuco was in charge of the and we're leaders of the school, right? And I remember just like you were, I was like, hey, there's a sticker right there. Y'all might need to move right there because Mr. Hayes, like Dennison Hayes or any of the like principals, they always come up to me and like, hey, I need you to make sure that we are distanced. But then like during halftime, we were all just this big, huge lump. And I think what made me really upset is not the fact that happened. Like, obviously, we should do better. But it was the fact that people thought, like, Stuco should have been more in charge. And, like, we just looked bad. And I want to get y'all's opinion on this because there are a lot of people who took their mask down to take pictures. Do you think that's unnecessary to take their mask? Because I didn't know how to feel about that. Because a lot of people were, like, talking about that. You're like, they didn't go to the game, but they saw those maskless pictures, so they were like, "Oh, they didn't wear the mask the whole time."
I mean, I
think
took
you
pictures
can't-
with mine on and off.
You can't assume like that somebody wasn't wearing their mask the whole
Yeah.
time.
Unless you weren't
It's
physically there.
understandable if you want to take pictures. I feel like personally, if you want to pull your mask down for a minute, take a picture, put it back up.
Put
But don't leave it off.
Don't
Yeah.
leave it. Yeah, like don't leave it off. But at the same time, like you can't really judge a book by its cover. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's why I don't like the social media warriors
Yeah,
that
me
are like,
neither.
Yeah.
they're like, put your mask on, yada, this and that. It's like,
Because
come on.
another thing was a lot of them, there were a good portion that were at the game. And I'm just like, how come you didn't take initiative too? Like,
Yeah.
it's just not us.
Yeah.
You know, you have the responsibility too. But, you know, with all things aside, we beat North. We were able to 6-peat 6 times in a
That's
row.
crazy.
Yeah. Hit that button.
But
6 years, bro. Imagine
6 years in a row.
Bruh, imagine taking an L 6 years
in a row.
Is that the
That's
is
a
it
long
the is it
time.
the football program at that point? Like who do you even blame?
I mean, it's North.
It's
What can you
greatness.
say?
It's like
Santa Fe greatness.
there was never a year where they've been like, like we beat them 6 years in a row. That's crazy.
I will say the game was close. It did come.
It was a close score. Wasn't it?
What was the
Towards
final
the end.
score?
42-35. So
Oh,
it was a
seriously?
touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the closest I think it's been.
it started getting it started coming back in the
dang.
last quarter.
How's the team looking this year, guys? Pretty good? Or?
Pretty good. I
we
know.
have some key players who are hurt
Yeah,
right
I
now.
was just
Yeah.
about to say that.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of the guys that I assumed would be playing sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of hard to like
But I know
make
they're
an
hurt.
accurate
Judge,
prediction. You know what I mean? Yeah. Speaking of sports,
Bruh.
Yeah.
Hit the music, Alex.
yes sir.
See you guys later.
We don't have the NBA.
No, I didn't pull it up on time. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
so ready. I was,
Welcome to this week's episode of Sports Talk with Alex, brought to you by Alex.
woo!
So, guys, NBA round 2
Let's get
is
it.
over. The Denver Nuggets upset the Clippers.
That was crazy.
Clippers blew another 3-1 lead. That's tough.
Ooh.
Bro.
Doc Rivers and the Clippers are 0-8 and chances to get to Western Conference Finals.
We're going.
Biggest winner of round 2, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Even though we lost, bro, like
Man, it feels good. It really does.
We really like we were there. Like, we made it.
The Clippers really gave up like their first round picks for 8 years to
I
the Thunder
know.
to lose in the second round. That's tough.
We're about to be stacked.
We are.
We're about to be stacked.
This offseason is going to be really fun. The Thunder did not bring back Billy Donovan. It's okay.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes.
That I was actually really surprised.
So
That's crazy.
Billy didn't want to come back and didn't want to be a part of a rebuild, which means the Thunder,
he ain't.
which means the Thunder are probably going to trade Chris Paul this season. But
It's tough.
that means it is officially Shea time in Oklahoma City.
Or what's his name? Dorton.
Oh, it's time to Dort, guys.
Oh
It's
yeah.
time to Dort.
Are y'all down to Dort?
I'm down to Dort.
I'm down to Dort.
I'm down to Dort.
Shout out to the Down to Dunk
We
podcast.
just turn his name into a verb.
Yo, you guys want to Dort?
Yeah.
Anyways, who y'all got predictions? Clippers and Nuggets.
Man. You mean
Did
Lakers?
you say
Lakers?
Clippers?
Lakers and Nuggets. My bad.
Lakers.
I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah,
Lakers.
it's not even gonna be close, right?
It's
But
like you got it.
No, I was gonna talk about how I went to Bleacher Report, right?
Uh-huh.
And I thought like
Alex saw it.
Yeah.
Alex indeed did see it because he liked it. But everybody was like, bro, I'm so happy for the Nuggets, bro. They really overcame the odds. And after all this, I still got Lakers at 4.
Yeah.
And that was the funniest
Yo,
thing ever.
because it's like, you remember a few years back, Loyola? and
Loyola
the-
Marymount.
Yes.
College tourney.
That's literally like the Denver Nuggets
They were,
right
what
now.
were they,
Yeah.
like the 11 seed and they got to the Final Four?
Yes, they were. That's what it feels like. Kind of like,
I mean, have y'all watched Jamal Murray this playoffs?
oh, he's been
He's
going
been
on.
doing
Dude,
crazy.
man's averaging like
He's been
30.
going
He
off.
made Kawhi and what Paul George did. And I'm like, God forgive their performance. God forgive.
0 for 14 in the fourth.
They have been getting destroyed in
So
social
bad.
media, but they only combined like 27 points, and Jamal had 40 alone.
It was
Hey,
ridiculous.
speaking of social media,
What?
was it Damian Lillard
Oh my
and
God.
CJ McCollum are having a field day?
Goodness
They
gracious.
are.
So for those that don't know, after the Blazers or after did the Blazers beat them in the first round?
The Clippers?
Yeah.
No.
No, they played a game. It wasn't a playoff game.
What?
Like they
I'm
played.
Anyways,
Yeah,
so the Blazers lost in the first round to the Lakers. That's what
Yeah.
they lost to.
Yeah.
And the Clippers absolutely clowned
Oh my gosh,
the Blazers for losing.
that was crazy.
And Damian Lillard is undefeated on the internet. Absolutely, he clowned the crap out of Paul George. They said something
Patrick
about Cancun.
Beverley,
Yeah,
He said it. Oh, I wasn't expecting to make my arrangements.
Yeah.
in Cancun, so excited.
Hey, he's like, I haven't made my arrangements.
there's
so
extra rooms down here in Cancun.
I
if y'all want
know.
one.
Do you they were talking about how Patrick Beverley would wear Timbs.
Oh
on
yeah,
the beach.
there's a video of Patrick Beverley wearing Timberlands.
He's like
doing
working
beach
out.
workouts.
Yes, that was so funny. He was like, he probably show up in Timbs
Yeah.
on
That
the
is funny.
beach. They were clowning Patrick Beverley.
Anyways, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh
That's-
man,
I can't help but feel kind of bad, but still, come on, man.
Yo,
That's one of the biggest chokes in NBA history.
can we talk
I
about
know.
the Celtics and Miami Heat?
Oh my
and that
gosh,
block?
Bam Adebayo.
I knew the
That
my.
was crazy.
I knew the Heat were. I knew they were nice, but I did not know.
There.
I did not know they were that nice. Oh
Bam
man.
Adebayo had one of the best blocks I've ever seen
Oh,
in like the
bro.
last 2 seconds of that game. It
It's-
was insane.
And again, hold on. The internet remains undefeated. Jason Tatum was posting the picture of his son, and in the comments, everybody's like, "Nah, Bam Adebayo's his son now. He just snatched your son away from that block." I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, bro. It's been crazy. I literally text Alex. I was like, I'm so ready for sports talk with Alex this
That
week.
is
'Cause
this last week has been crazy.
it's been wild, especially like in sports. It's been wild. man.
College football is back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oklahoma
Yeah.
took care of business against Mo State.
I
Mhm.
love
Spencer
football.
Rattler looks like the next Heisman candidate.
They're looking nice. I don't follow like
Me too.
I don't follow OU like that.
That's tough.
I don't
you
follow
know-
college football. There's so much
And
games.
that's why it's so fun. It's so much more fun than the NFL.
Hey,
You're right.
do y'all follow y'all follow NFL? Do you follow NFL?
Yeah.
Who you got
Sometimes.
taking a Super Bowl? Who does it,
It's hard not to say the Chiefs again,
bro?
but
You guys,
My Saints are taking this. What?
the Saints are good.
We're in the middle. What?
speaking, no, actually, I have a take on
Oh,
sports this week.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
So in my government class, there's
What?
articles.
What?
No, listen,
Sports and government.
listen, I know, but all of the articles he gave me to write a summary about were political. I didn't want to do any of them, but there was one about football, and I'm not a super big fan on football, and I don't know like every rule about it, but I do enjoy watching it. So the article was about all of those college all of the college football, like University of Alabama, like University of Texas Tech, all of them going back into the conference or like whatever what do they host like every year? Is it like for college football?
They host quite a bit of things
Like
every
a,
year.
like a bowl.
I think I can't remember the word they use, whatever.
It's okay.
But they made the big decision to go back and how
like each conference was able to go back if they wanted to.
Yes, and so they made that big decision, but then alongside that, they were talking about how players were saying like, "What are you guys gonna do to instill like our safety that we don't get sick?"
Ooh.
And then they didn't like answer his question. They were like, "Okay, we're just gonna give you a season." And so they were debating about having like fans come into the stadium. But there was another side of the debate where it was like, well, why can't you just stay home and enjoy football from the comfort of your house where you don't have a risk of getting sick? Mm-hmm. So basically, it was saying like how all these football players are upset because where the most numbers come from are from these universities where people are like out partying or like football players are out doing stuff and they get sick. So basically, that was my take on it.
Basically, she wanted to take a crap on sports real quick.
Yeah, I did.
I think a lot of people long the experience.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's not. We just gotta be. We gotta be smart about it.
If these players get sick, there's no sports.
And I know they don't want to cancel it because it does bring in the millions of dollars.
Yeah,
so I understand not canceling it.
Which, by the way, pay college athletes, please.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
That is a whole nother conversation. It is well deserved for them, but I just don't understand. Like, at least make it to where you can stay home. But then again, being a college athlete, wouldn't you want fans there in the stadium cheering you on? Like, that kind of makes the game 10 times better.
But also, I think we got to take into consideration the overall fact is that we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
You can't really you can't. A lot of people want things. A lot of people like just long normalcy, but it's hard to do, especially in this time.
But I think right now we have to adjust to the guidelines so that we can have that back maybe in a year or two.
Yeah.
Who knows? It could suck, but time goes by fast. So.
A lot of those players like in college are opting out because they know that like if they get sick, that hurts their chances of making it to the NFL or the NBA. So it's like they still have those options, but at the same time, they're like you don't know where their situation is when they come from their hometown.
That's true.
So it's like there's an incentive to stay because you have free everything, or you can go back home where it might not be the best situation. So there's always like a give and take with everything. As always, but
it's definitely you got to look at both sides. Definitely,
Speaking.
Good talk.
That wraps up Sports Talk with Alex this week.
There we go. That was
glad to get that like out of my system.
You guys were excited about it. It was fun.
I was hyped.
We need our own sports podcast.
Oh, it'd go crazy.
It'd be wild.
Our next topic we have is when you stopped being a child. When did you notice? When was the first moment you were like, dang, I'm growing up and I'm not a kid anymore?
David got it. This was his.
David was excited.
So, okay, I was at the dentist one day, just a little kid. I think I was around, and this happened too young. I was around 8 years old. So I was at the dentist, and I was about to get my, yearly checkup. So, and we're waiting for a long amount of time, and I'm getting tired. I'm getting reckless. But instead of throwing a fit, you see those magazines, right? Like that they put on those tables. So, you have People magazine. You have like all these like news magazines. I picked up a magazine of a dude sitting in the couch like. And that's how you know the article is about to be boring. So then I opened it up and I read it, and they were talking about furnitures and sofas. And what made me mad is that I spent, because we waited for their 30 minutes, I spent 30 minutes like actively annotating and participating in this magazine.
I don't know about
You annotated the magazine?
Like I annotated. I was like, this is a good couch.
How do you annotate a furniture magazine?
Bro, like I was writing down the deals.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I was writing down the deals on the
8 years old?
You just whipped out a pen? Where'd the pen come from?
I whipped out a pen. I was just like, yo, dad. This is a pretty good couch, man. We got to invest in this.
You're like, memory foam.
And then I came back home, and then I was just like, did I really just read a magazine about a couch, wrote down the deals to give to my dad so we could buy a new couch?
Wow. You said this is my house now.
I'm paying the bills now. And that's the day, like, I've always been surrounded by adults. So, like, they were talking to me about politics when I was 10 years old. Like when it was just
Alex?
So when Alex talks about his childhood, I'm like, I low key can relate because I didn't like kids, but that was
kids suck.
Kids, yeah.
I don't know. A certain age I like.
But that's when I like checked out of childhood stuff, and I was just
Aw,
like,
I think the moment that I checked out of childhood was when I went downstairs. I remember being upstairs, sleeping. Then I woke up one morning, went downstairs. I smelled coffee and actively took the time out of my day to go get coffee because my dad like made some. And I remember getting the what's it called?
The pot?
Yeah, the pot. And is that really what it's called?
The coffee pot?
Oh yeah. I really felt like that was more complex.
There was a better term.
I feel like there was a more like scientific
The coffee
term.
vessel.
The container. Like, I don't
Holder
know.
of coffee.
And I like got a mug out of our cabinet, and I like poured it in, and then I remember sitting on the couch and like how people drink. Like they'll like hold the handle,
Two
but
hands.
then they'll put that guiding hand on the side of the mug just to
Every mom on Christmas morning with the
yeah.
the teacup, yeah.
And then I was like, and then I just felt like an adult at that moment. You know what I mean? I felt like I had so many responsibilities and so many bills to pay at that moment. Like,
did you stand up and hold the coffee like this, like
No.
like chest out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what all dads do. So that's
I got the coffee, and then I just sat down and just started drinking it, and it just felt right.
How old were you?
How I don't remember.
Like 5 years old?
You couldn't even remember.
I don't-
Alex was like, I
That's
was
how old
3.
you are.
I don't remember, but I know it was like children weren't drinking coffee
I've been drinking
in the
coffee
morning at that
since
age.
6th grade.
I
Yeah.
loved drinking coffee when I was itty bitty.
Yeah, I was afraid to drink coffee because
I thought it was a drug.
my parents would always say it would turn my knees black, and I did not want black knees. And then they were like, and then I saw this video because I was like, I mean, I feel like everybody here was a weird kid because what I'm about to
Definitely.
say, what I'm about to
Definitely.
say, I guarantee you kids did not, do. So I was watching a movie one time, and this guy was passing kidney stones, and I was on YouTube.
Those hurt.
Really? Do you know from experience?
No, I've heard of it. Experience.
I don't. Yeah, and so I was on YouTube watching a video like on because I was curious, and like I remember they said one of the effects was caffeine, like one of the
that's
causes
really true.
is caffeine, and so I like would not drink. I wouldn't drink coffee or soda just because I didn't want to
Didn't want
experience
kidney
that.
stones?
Yeah.
That's a good way to get a kid to
But
stop drinking something.
then I was young. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know, but still I'd rather
It's
not.
okay. You do a lot of.
I'm not a big soda drinker anyway.
Me
like,
either.
yeah.
Yeah, my family's never
Yeah.
been big on
Like-
soda.
When you're young, they tell you Santa is real and all that stuff, and then when you hear him say it's not real, then you're just like no, and then you spend all your life till you're in the 6th grade defending that he is real, only to find out that he was really not real. But that's another story for another
6th
time.
grade.
That's kinda
I was in 1st grade.
Yeah, that's
I
kinda
remember,
old.
but mine was traumatic.
No, I was just ignorant.
I remember going into my parents' room. I think I was looking for something, and they were like, "Yeah, it's on my dresser." And I like opened the drawer, and I found a bag of my teeth. And I was like, "Well, did the tooth fairy drop these off, or what is this?"
You
And
interrogated him.
so, and my mom comes into the room, and she just freezes and stares. I was like, "Mom, would you like to explain yourself and explain why my teeth are in your drawer?" And she was like, "All right, I guess I got to break it to you."
No.
And she was like,
Come here, sweetie.
yeah, she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna tell you some news. The tooth fairy." She just put it all out there. She's like, all right, well,
Tooth fairy's not real.
I might as well just break them all to you, just to kill like 4 birds with one stone. So she was like, the tooth fairy isn't real, Santa isn't real, the Easter bunny isn't real, and it was like one more, and I was like, all right, well, I thought I could trust you, but I obviously can't. Like,
Did you cry?
no, I was just like, I was mad. I was like, I thought I
Me
could
too.
trust you. Like, you're supposed to be my mom. You're supposed to be my road dog. Like, how are you gonna portray me like this? Like, all the things that I've done for you, I've literally, you birthed me, and you want to lie to me like that? You want to betray me?
That was the day
And
you
so-
became an adult. That was the
Low
day.
key, bro. And so I was like, all right, that I'm really hurt. And so I was so like upset that I told my sister. I remember I was like, if I'm gonna suffer, you gonna suffer too.
And how old was your sister?
Let's see. I was like,
she was at the
she
age.
was at the age where Santa meant a lot to her.
Yes.
And so I remember, I felt like a terrible brother after this, but I remember we went on the trampoline. I said, we were jumping. This is me jumping. I was like, you know Santa's not real, right? she was like, what? I was like, you know Santa's not real. Neither is the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny. Because I was heated at that point. And so she was like, you're lying. No, like, don't do this to me. And so I was like, go ask mom. And so she like goes in the room and she's like, Mom. She sits my mom down. She's like, I need to talk to you. And so she's like, I need you to tell me the truth. Do not sugarcoat things.
Nothing but the truth.
Is the Tooth Fairy real? And then she was like, no. And I'm like, I didn't witness this part, but I just remember.
All you hear is,
yep. I remember my sister coming out of their room, going upstairs, like running upstairs. And I remember going on a drive with my dad, and he was so mad. He was so mad. I remember crying because I felt bad. Oh, no. But I was like, dang, I feel like a terrible brother. He was like, don't know what to tell you.
Your sister grew up early.
It was rough. But she was like, I don't know. I was like, man, like, if I can't have it, you can't either, because we're just going to expose all the family secrets.
I could just imagine him in the tramp, like his sister's having fun. He's just like,
yeah.
Hey, you want to know something?
Yeah, it's like,
you want to know Santa's not real? Nor is the Tooth Fairy, nor is the Easter Bunny. You know, just.
And I let her know.
Santa's not real.
And she was like,
And then she's jumping back like, what?
She didn't believe me. She has so much faith. I think that's what broke my heart, because she was like, she stood by Santa and the Tooth Fairy. Like, she was a ride or die.
No.
And I was like, nah. They're not real.
I used to get in heated arguments about it. So that's why it was 6th grade, because people told me it wasn't real.
Yeah.
But, like, I made sure to stand my ground. Because winter, like I said last week, winter is my favorite season because of Christmas. And I stood by the fact that Santa was real, because I remember in New Jersey, it was like 11 or 10 a.m., and I saw a sled. And I didn't see reindeers, but I saw a sled just moving. And I really thought I saw Santa. He threw a candy cane at me, and I was like, oh, boy, I'm going to keep this candy. What? I'm going to keep this candy cane forever because I saw Santa in the flesh. Like, you cannot tell me Santa is not real. Little did I know people dress up to be like Santa for little kids, which is weird. I don't know why you're doing that and hurting people's childhood out here. But I stayed with that till the 6th grade, and people looked at me crazy. I almost made a 5-page paragraph MLA format and all that just to prove that Santa was real.
You told people about that story.
Yes, I saw Santa in the flesh, and I still live by it today. I mean, I know he's not real now, but I saw Santa in the flesh, and he gave me a candy cane, and it was unlike any other candy cane I ever had.
Can we talk about how Santas at the mall,
every single,
like, their beard is too moist and too, like, taken care of? It's like shiny and glistening. Like, that's not a real beard. Santa's so stressed, he probably has a dry beard. If we're thinking logically, at first, like, let's think of all the flaws of Santa. He has a workshop, and he has elves work for him. That doesn't seem a little messed up.
Is it?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Oh my god, I never thought about it like that.
Like, and he reindeer flying, really
flying reindeers.
Magical reindeer.
I know. Come on.
The more that I think about it now, like, I contemplated life. I was like, how could I be so stupid? Yeah. There's no way one obese guy flies around the whole entire world giving presents specifically during the nighttime.
He's not obese. He's just big boned. Are y'all gonna tell y'all's kids about, like, Santa, or like, do you think you're gonna do that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like the guy that's like, hey.
I'm not going to be on my trampoline being
like, before we start off, like, I just want to, just a disclaimer.
Son, I know you have no idea what I'm saying right now. I know you don't know how to speak English, but trust me, Santa's not real. Don't get it twisted.
But those gifts under the tree actually
came from me.
You
gotta give me this credit. So y'all were talking about the East. Oh, sorry, Jada.
No, it's okay.
Are you gonna tell your kids?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, speaking of Santa, and when you realize stop being a kid, I think I was in the 4th grade, and I was writing, like, my yearly letter to Santa or whatever, and I knew he wasn't real, but I was just like, I wrote it anyways, and I was just thinking to myself, he's not real.
You're
I was like, you're only going to get like 2 things off this list, so you might as well just
Right.
not even give it to mom.
So you came to a self-realization.
So I just thought to myself, you know what?
She put 2 and 2 together
Nah,
with a little
yeah.
bad weather.
And also, last week, thinking of not being a child anymore, I've not been a child for a while, but my mom texted me and she goes, pick a day when we can go to Amy's house, which is her best friend, and we're going to talk about taxes and credit.
No.
Whoa.
No.
And a little tear kind of just fell from my eye because I was
I
like,
would too.
really? Like, I'm excited to grow up and adult and be on my own, but seriously, like, you have no idea, like, and my mom tells me all the time how much that stuff has an effect on you if you don't go about it right.
Yeah.
So I was just really stressed, and I was like, I can't believe you just sent me that text, but okay, let's go Sunday.
Welcome to adulthood.
I know, right?
You're going from adolescence to adulthood.
Yeah.
Like that's funny.
That's
That's a
like
funny transition.
Difficult. I feel like it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
Yep.
It really is.
That in like a few years, we're all gonna have. Well, Alex, you probably already do.
What?
We're all gonna have like responsibilities that our
yeah.
parents have.
What are
Like,
those?
I already have to like start filling out like tax forms and stuff because I just got another job recently, and so I had to fill out W-9s, W-4s, W-2s, all
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
could just
Everything
so I can get
W.
paid, and then they withhold money for taxes, and then I have to like file to get it back.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Uncle Sam is gonna get his.
That's no one tells you about the bad parts of adulthood. That's the bad part.
That's the bad part.
Like that's what they need to be teaching. Oh my gosh, that's what they need to be teaching in school.
But you know
That's
that
a-
mitochondria is the
Exactly.
powerhouse of the cell.
Exactly. Like no one cares about freaking 1 + 1. Like
Yeah.
tell
You know
us how to like
because
fill out
people-
taxes.
Exactly, because people need to know how to do that, because in the end, if you don't do it right, you're screwed.
Like the Pythagorean theory.
And then a
like,
lot of
don't
people
help
don't
you.
pursue that knowledge. Like,
No.
and if it's not like shown, if it's not given to them, if it's not
And
like
it's hard.
placed in front of
Yeah.
them, they don't know how.
Like that's why kids that are in college have their parents fill out their taxes for them, because like instead of learning about taxes, they learn about like I don't know, of mice and men. Like why does that matter?
It doesn't.
That
Did
was
you
a
not
funny
like that
story.
book?
That was a good
It
story.
is okay.
though.
Lenny.
Nah.
Oh, that's funny.
What's next?
Our next one is weird news, which
Yes.
is going to be brought to us by Alex.
Boom, boom, boom,
I would bump this in my car.
boom, 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 boom.
Heck no.
All right, guys.
Freestyle over.
Weird news of the day comes from the Huffington Post. Dr.
Huffington.
Phil begs TikTok followers to stop calling him daddy.
I saw that.
Ugh.
I saw the video. Literally goes like this. He's like, TikTok people, I am not your daddy. All right. Now your actual daddy is probably really mad that you're calling me your daddy. So please stop calling me daddy, because I'm not taking care of you. Goodbye. And that's it.
He did say he appreciated it though.
The direct
Oh,
quote is,
God.
I hate to break it to you, but I ain't your daddy, and your real
Why does
daddy
he
is
sound
probably
just
getting
like
his
Dr.
feelings hurt."
Phil?
Why did your voice switch?
He's from Oklahoma.
I hate to break it to you. Wait, I thought he was
Yeah.
from Texas.
He went to school in Tulsa.
Oh,
He
that's
he
crazy.
went to Tulsa and played football.
Oh, that's
What?
crazy.
Can you
Okay,
imagine
Dr.
little
Phil.
Dr. Phil?
Is Dr. Phil a real doctor?
I think so.
I don't think he's a real. I don't think he
You
has
don't
like
think
a PhD.
Hold on, I'm on it.
I don't think he's
Alex on the case. But okay, how do y'all feel about that? Because I was like,
I think it's weird, and people are using that word in the wrong context. So
Yeah, you can't even call your own father.
I stopped
daddy,
calling my
like-
father that when I was like 4, probably.
Yeah, that is true. But daddy is like, you can't even say it without it being.
I have some friends who still call their dad daddy. And I remember one time when I was very immature, I heard that and I
Oh,
started
Lord.
busting out laughing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And they interrogated me. They're just like, you think I just can't call my dad daddy? You just got to make it wrong? Daddy's a sign of respect. And daddy is a sign of respect. But like,
Anytime you call your parents like father, dad,
That's-
pops,
that's
is
that's
a sign of respect. Like you don't just say, "Hey, Jimmy." Like,
Oh, I used to get in trouble. Like, my mom was like, don't ever call me by my first name.
I did that one time, and that was the last time I did
Me
it.
too.
And they showed me real quick that is not what you do.
I remember doing it to my dad, and he just gave me this look, and I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. It will not happen again.
That obviously had an effect on you that I did not mean to put upon you.
Okay, so Phil McGraw was born in Veneta, Oklahoma in 1950 and got his doctorate he's got his PhD in psychology from the University of North Texas.
Nice.
So he is a doctor.
When did he play football at Tulsa?
No, he played. So he went.
Where'd he go? Vanita?
So in
Vanita Applebaum?
no, so in 1975, or before 1975, he had a football scholarship at the University of Tulsa, and then he transitioned into
man. Football was different back in the day.
Dude.
You said he was 1950?
Yeah, he was born in 1950.
Goodness
September
gracious.
1st. Happy late birthday, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, happy late birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Phil. That is weird. Like,
You're old now.
why do people? He's probably looking at his phone. I just want to know.
I would hate that.
I just want to know what ignited his this video. What was the turning point?
Probably like the millions of.
People just call him daddy.
So you think it was a gradual buildup?
I mean,
of
yeah.
daddies?
I mean, like if it's like one or two, it's like, oh, that's cute. Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to
I don't know.
yourself.
I think he blocked people who was doing it, and then all of a sudden, I guess his friends were like, "Hey, so and so called you daddy," and then he just got
Bro,
sick
TikTok
of it.
is toxic.
Start getting TikTok is so funny, but TikTok
Can be
is
toxic.
so toxic.
Yeah.
bro.
Very.
There's different sides of TikToks that
Excuse
Yeah.
I know. My girlfriend brought this up to me a few weeks
Excuse
ago. I
me.
had no idea that there was an alt TikTok or like there's two.
Yeah.
I had no clue. That's
Can
It's
y'all
like-
explain that to me?
It's like the Charlie D'Amelio TikTok
I'm not. No.
and all the creator, the famous,
Yeah.
hype house,
Yeah,
and then it's funny TikTok,
yeah.
entertaining
But
TikTok.
there's sounds that I know a lot, but my girlfriend has no idea, and then it's vice versa.
yeah.
But I'm not on the Charlie D'Amelio or all that, any of that stuff. I watch
Is she on there?
my girlfriend.
Yeah.
No.
I feel the For You page is for you.
Yeah,
You know what I
It
mean?
really is
It's
for
kind of
Exactly.
personalized. TikTok is funny
It's-
though.
I
Yeah,
got a
that's-
lot of food stuff on my
Same.
TikTok.
You know what I want? One of those Bluetooth microphones. I don't know if y'all have
The
seen
ones
them.
that are
Like a
real
Yeti?
itty bitty.
Yeah, and they'll in their car they
Oh, like the
Yeah.
with the speakers.
Yes, I want one so bad just to talk to people on the road.
Oh yes.
I would-
Commentating on street basketball
I-
games.
At a red light.
Yeah.
Takes us to his leg, drives through the lane. Oh, filet.
Hey. And then you just start driving off like, hey.
I know. That's something that's so fun.
It is.
Pulling up to a drive-through with a microphone.
Have y'all seen the one where it's the dude just rolls down his window, and as soon as the person across on the road, they start rolling, he just rolls it back. It's dude, you're such a. They just cuss it.
Have y'all seen the one? It's exactly like that, but he literally has a megaphone just shouting at
Yeah.
random people. He's just like, your hair looks bad.
Gosh, people are the worst.
Yeah, they are.
That's so rude. If I would use my microphone privileges to spread positivity throughout the
You
world.
look beautiful.
Hey, your shoes untied.
It's like, just kidding. Have a good day.
Don't trip.
And
Yeah.
have a wonderful day.
The one where he's rolling his window down is,
That's funny.
is hilarious. I want to know who thinks of this stuff. Who thinks that?
That's what I love
I'm
about
not
TikTok.
creative enough.
There's so many creative minds. And
Exactly.
Everybody's just.
It's hilarious.
I was thinking about how you come up with your personal assistant videos.
Oh, yeah.
Because the jokes and references. Because I feel like a lot of people don't get how
Yeah.
many jokes and references you actually put in that.
It's a lot of studying.
And I'm the only one who gets
Yeah.
it.
It's a lot of studying. It's years and years of
Oh
training.
my god.
Seeing how big TikTok, I really wish I got on it when it first came out, because it was Jesse who got me. Jesse is a person on student council. He got me on TikTok, and it was during the hit or miss phase of TikToks. And
Oh, yeah.
all those sounds were trending,
Oh, Lord.
and I was like, I was trying to make TikToks, but I was like, this app isn't gonna blow up.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
I didn't like TikTok because people would show the For You page, like I said, is for you, and people would show me what was for them, and what was for them wasn't for me, and it was really, it was not funny to me, and I was like, but then I hopped on, and I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. This is funny.
TikTok always knows when you want to switch it up.
Yeah.
They always know,
They look at your likes,
but still okay.
and interesting comments.
All right, so I used to my TikTok was full of sports things, right? Then I literally the day I'm like, if I see something full of sports, I'm getting off TikTok. Instantly, the most funny TikTokers I've ever seen who aren't verified start popping up, and I get in that phase.
Yeah.
There's certain phases through TikToks. that
Yeah,
I
I'm
appreciate
currently on
about.
prison TikTok.
How does that work?
Prisoners have phones and they make TikToks.
Oh yeah,
kinda
it's
sick.
like this is what prison's like.
I know, and they're doing dances in there. I'm like, wow.
Did you see that one of the guy hopping the fence and he was dancing?
The fence.
Yeah, the fence of the prison. He literally hopped it, even though there was those
And
wires.
he chose to dance.
He started dancing, and then he started ducking like someone was shooting.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Do y'all think prisoners watch Charlie D'Amelio?
At him.
Nah. I bet they watch like
Do you watch other prison TikToks?
they watch other prisons.
like,
They
oh, I
was
wonder
like-
what tips they have.
they like to bounce ideas off each other. It's a whole community. You gotta like connect and network.
You gotta find
That's
them.
funny.
So going back to like
Doc-
holidays or whatever, what is y'all's favorite? Like, what do y'all think's the best holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Man, I don't want to be like
Wow.
a basic, but Christmas, bro.
yeah.
Like
That's why. I chose-
Okay. Here's a better topic. What's the most underrated holiday?
I would say what Jada's saying, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
I think there's a lot of people that take it like really serious, and then there's a lot of people just like, oh, Thanksgiving. But for me and my family, it's all about spending time together and being thankful.
I know. I really take that time to really reflect
Yeah.
back on my life before the year, and it's perfect too. The year's about to end. You can reflect on your life, and I really like write down what I'm thankful for. I go through all of my contacts.
Yeah.
It takes a couple days, but go through all of my contacts, and I say
He's
I'm
like-
thankful for you.
I'm a popular guy. Just a couple days.
Even Snapchat and Instagram. Only the DMs though. Only the DMs. I can't do random people.
Oh man.
But I'm just like, I'm thankful for you and everything you've done, and I personalize the messages, and it's just it's
How you have time to do that?
I make it.
Man.
It's like screw homework. I'm
No,
gonna do
it's,
this.
it's during the breaks, but like that's the first thing I do.
Breaks.
There's
Oh, the
Thanksgiving
breaks.
break.
Oh. I was like, breaks. I didn't know what you were referring to. Yeah.
And then Black Friday's the next day. So
Yeah.
Black Friday goes crazy.
Cyber Monday is
Cyber Monday's
elite
fun.
though.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not getting trampled. You're at home just getting deals.
It's like there's
You're
nothing.
right.
I love. Okay, this is something weird about me. I love like on Thanksgiving
Mm-hmm.
after like you wrap up the family stuff,
Uh-huh.
going to the mall till like midnight or 1 p.m. to get those Black
Yes,
Friday
yes.
deals. Those are the best.
The
That's
experience,
best.
the experience is definitely
Yes.
like, yeah,
especially with COVID, I don't know if it's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
probably not.
Probably not.
But
It's
also, who's gonna stop?
Who's
people?
gonna
But
stop? people
then I
from-
feel like some stores won't. Like Best Buy aren't even letting
Yeah.
people come in.
It's gonna be a weird holiday season, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
for sure.
I don't know, cause like our big, like I have a pretty big family. Like,
Yeah.
are we gonna get together? Cause like I've had family members that have COVID. Like, are we gonna?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we had a.
Yeah,
There was like a
same
small
here, too.
outbreak in one of our families that like.
Oh
The
no.
whole
Yeah, kind of,
family.
yeah.
Oh wow. Are they okay? Are they good?
Yeah, they're good now, but
Good.
like, yeah.
Good,
anyway.
Good.
Like,
Man.
like there's gonna be a weird dynamic like at Thanksgiving of like, are we gonna have to social distance like 30
Yeah.
people in one house? You know?
And I
Like-
think. Oh, you got it.
No, you were talking first. You got.
I think the most reason why it's going to be the most underrated holiday is because now with COVID, you're not going to get, like we take for granted having this family
Mhm.
togetherness, or some
Yeah.
people do Friendsgiving because maybe they can't be with their family for some reasons. So especially now, like being at home and just having Thanksgiving with, sometimes people may have it with themselves this year.
Yeah.
They're really about to appreciate like the meaning of Thanksgiving and what it truly is. So I think it would be Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving football. Thanksgiving
Oh,
football is
yes.
always fun. It's
Oh,
always a
yeah.
good time.
That's-
It doesn't even. I remember. I think the Cowboys played last year.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
play like every Thanksgiving.
Yeah, bro.
Do y'all get like all the worries of school and stress and like all the pressure you have in your life? Does it just go away for you?
I wish it did.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Trust me, it doesn't get much better in college. Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah, I feel like. Well, actually, this year's not that stressful.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn how to like manage everything. If you get like managed,
We're becoming adults.
we're like
We are becoming adults.
adults now.
And that's the scary part.
No.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're about to go file taxes.
Oh.
You're having a tax filing party, Jada. You have a septum piercing. You're really growing up on us. You're becoming an adult.
No, the scariest thing about adulthood for
Oh,
me
man.
that I'm not ready for is living by myself. And this one
I'm so
specific-
ready for that.
No, this one specific reason. Every time there was a spider or bug or anything, my parents could kill it. And now, if I were to live by myself, I would have to kill that spider. And say if he was abnormally big, I wouldn't want to kill the spider because I have this fear
You
that
should always catch them and put them outside. Do you guys do that?
no.
Oh,
I don't have the patience for that.
I don't know. The first time I saw a spider, my dad yelled at me, said, "Don't you dare!" And we just put it outside.
The first time I saw a spider, they told me to stomp on it. I didn't stomp on it.
You gotta be careful because sometimes spiders
have
will
babies
and
they'll be like,
yeah.
We did that.
It's always safer to put them outside.
There's one time there was a black widow in my backyard, which I thought was amazing because it's a black widow. You don't see that every day. So I like stepped on it,
and babies came out.
And literally tiny black dots just went everywhere. I said, "Okay, we're gonna have to spray."
You know what I do remember though? So we used to have, I don't know why, but we had mirrors on our ceiling, and whenever me and all of our family would just be laying on the couch, there used to be house spiders. They're real tiny, and there used to just be little spiders like sitting up there. But one time we saw one, and I was like, "Dad, are you gonna get that out?" He literally just named it, and we always saw that house spider around the house.
What?
Like if we couldn't get to where we could catch it and put it outside, or if we did, it would always come back.
Y'all have a pet spider?
He was part of the family at that point.
Basically.
Hey, you want to join us on Thanksgiving?
I'm sorry.
His name was Jordan.
I couldn't think of doing that, bro. My whole family would freak out. It would. Oh gosh.
So you don't want to live alone for the simple fact that you don't want to kill bugs?
I've been thinking about this ever since I was elementary school.
I just feel like there are bigger, like
obviously there are bigger
worries,
things,
I
but
feel
like
not like the whole money side of things.
Yeah.
It's like you have to pay rent. You have to
besides
get a
the
mortgage.
boring stuff. I mean, like I know I'm gonna have to pay taxes.
not the fear of like maintenance issues on
Like
the
you
house.
have to cook your own food.
I
You
know.
have to, like,
Well, no, I've
He's
been
like,
working on
yeah,
cooking.
that's normal, but these bugs.
I've been cooking lately to prepare for that. But no, that's just like if I were to choose one petty little thing that becomes the deal breaker of me not living by myself, it would be the fact of killing spiders.
What do you cook?
What do I cook?
Yeah.
Shoot,
cereal.
microwave meals, boy.
Yes, sir. Hey.
No, my mom made me make chicken one time.
Chicken's fun.
Nice.
And then she got me through the whole ribs process, seasoning it and everything.
Nice.
So, if I had to make ribs and I had to make chicken, I could be able to
Do y'all
do
ever
that.
grill out? Like
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
I
It's
love
like
to-
almost.
I love to grill. Grill's fun.
It's almost every weekend.
Yeah.
We don't pull it out like we're one of those families like it's only on special occasions, but when we pull out the grill, we grill
Yeah, my family's from the South, so we cook a lot.
every single weekend.
Yeah, it's like all the time.
Lately, I've been seeing the "Are you black?" quiz. Are you sure you're black? Answer these questions 100% right, and they be talking about cookout stuff.
Oh,
It's like, see, an African cookout is different from your type of cookout because it's still a cookout, but
I
way
would
different.
love to live alone, but for example, last night I was just home by myself for little. I left my door cracked. I turned off all the lights, but I had both of the dogs in my room, and I thought I heard something. So I jump up out of bed and close my door and lock it, just because you get in your head and you get a little scared. But I mean, if I couldn't stay home like that without getting paranoid, I don't know how I would do
So
it alone.
the same thing happened to me last week. So I binged a show called Mindhunter on Netflix, and it's about like these two guys that like go investigate criminals in prison. They're like serial killers in prison, and they were like solving this murder. And like I watched it till like 1 a.m. I watched it from like 12. I finished the whole thing in a day. Anyway,
Wow.
I got so like freaked out. Like I had to go to the bathroom at like 1 a.m. It's like I was like scared to like walk out
It's
into the
your
Use
house.
the trash can.
It's your brain.
Yeah. Like it's so weird how like your brain, like, even though it's like fictional, like some of it wasn't fictional, but like the stuff that's like that actually freaks you out.
They make it real.
Yeah. It's like
It's
weird how your
survival.
mind makes
Because
it.
it can totally happen, and you don't think that it'll happen to you.
I think the scariest like moments is when like walking from my room to the kitchen in midnight.
Yep.
And you see like silhouettes, and somehow your brain turns them into people. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
your brain does
there is
that.
a 6'8" man standing over there,
right there.
and so I need to make up a plan in my head. So like when I go anywhere, I always have a plan for how I'm gonna get out of that place. Like when I go to a restaurant, I always make a plan like in my head, just subconsciously, or I always think like, okay, what if this scenario happened? And
Do y'all like punch the shower curtains?
oh,
There's like
Yes.
you think there's a ghost in there?
every
Sometimes.
time I'd come back from school, I'd be in the bathroom. I'd like the shower curtains right here. I'm sitting down right here. I'm like,
When I take a shower, every time I close my eyes, I'm always fighting and punching because I think there's
Exactly.
a demon
Murder's
in
gonna-
that's
the shower.
like a demon. That's the scariest thing.
Everybody has done that. That's the crazy
My
part
dogs
too.
like to land.
I don't think I've done.
You haven't done that,
Punched in the shower,
bro? Just like because you're
Like
showering,
when you close your eyes,
when you're
and
about
like
to wash your
shampooing,
hair.
you're like,
You're shampooing and you close your eyes and then like you start freaking out because water is pouring.
y'all just start laying
and you
fair
think-
ones in the shower.
I just try to hurry up
Like,
so
I
that I,
go
can
like-
open my eyes again.
Maybe y'all just have big showers because I'm like,
no.
No, little showers too.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, I have a like.
you just like feel real vulnerable because your eyes are closed. There's soap going through, so you can't open them. And you feel like
'Cause
someone's
what
just
happens
And
if
you're
so-
showering.
But really,
Or
That's
what
my
if-
biggest fear.
What if you had a prank and you're just like and like
Someone murdering me in the shower.
my biggest fear is like falling and breaking my leg in the shower. I
Imagine
actually
having to
I fell
explain that.
I fell in the shower like a couple times
and you couldn't get up.
because in the morning I'll like to I'll play music, I'll turn on my like mellow music, and then it'll be in the dark because I think that's just really cool, and I'll just like close my eyes and kind of just chill, and I try to lean against the wall. And the wall was not where I thought the wall was. And it was a lot further. So I ended up missing and slipping. And I fell in the shower.
The noise it makes when you fall in the shower, it sounds like you busted.
I know. It was
all
like,
the time.
boom. I was like, oh, that was a lot louder than that had to be. It's like the echoes of the bathroom. It's like
And then you sit there and the water's still spraying.
like a cannon. So you just got to lay there on the ground. Like
The water's like, yep, we all saw that.
I know.
We
it's
still
like,
gonna keep spraying.
Imagine. That's one of those embarrassing moments.
And imagine explaining that to other people. Bro, how'd you do this? I'm like, were you playing basketball? What were you doing? I fell in the shower.
Would y'all make up a story?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nah, actually, I wouldn't.
I
No,
would, I would say something along the lines like make it sound like it was an object's fault for me getting hurt,
because
rather than saying it was my fault.
there's like a comical aspect to that. That's a fun story to tell.
Yeah.
I fell in the shower. Straight up.
He's like, no, I fell in the shower, but let me tell you how. I was in the dark. And then you just go on
And then you
proceed
go
with the
off,
story.
and then everyone's just like, oh, I see.
All right, speaking of the dark, do y'all like candles?
Oh, I love
I'm-
candles.
Why'd you
In the
say it like that?
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
In the shower?
No,
Like
just
in
like
the
in
bathroom?
general.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I got on my girlfriend got me into candles a few weeks ago.
Yo.
Dude,
Yo.
great.
Yo, you want to go candle shopping?
Let's do it.
Yo.
I love candles. I will sit in the Walmart for hours or wherever I am, just so long, just sniffing each candle.
Candles are so,
And I'm so indecisive, so I'm like,
There's so many options.
bro. When
Yeah.
you're stressed and you need to calm down, just like have a candle.
Like
right in
I
front
feel
of
like
you,
so
just
many guys think it's like
girly,
yeah,
Yeah.
but like
but it's not.
I got,
Oh,
like-
no.
I
It's
got
not.
into candles. I got into essential oils. Like
Have you ever
it helps
tried
me like
incense?
every.
Yes, that's exactly what I was. You burn them, and then
Our house used
yeah.
to smell like one certain incense all the time that my dad got from the store on the corner. It's so good. I
Yeah.
love the way they smell.
it's really good.
Like if people have trouble sleeping, essential oils actually like help with
Oh,
like
yeah, it
make your
does.
mind like think a certain way and like helps you relax and or get like reinvigorated.
that sounds like drugs.
Or when you have
It
a
kinda
headache,
is.
if you use like peppermint
Yeah.
essential oils, you put on your temples.
Have you guys been to that African store in the mall?
Oh,
Oh, many times.
I've seen it. Yeah.
It's so, well,
so
Oh, many
confident.
times.
they have like a bunch of incense and candles
They
there,
do an earthbound too.
and it's so like yeah, and it's like they just you walk in, it's like whew, it almost gives you a headache. It's
Bro,
like
you
so
feel,
many
you
scents.
feel like so new and all that. Definitely.
you feel
like-
rejuvenated.
Guys, if your room smells bad, get some candles.
Get a
some-
candle.
Yeah,
They
seriously.
will
have some self-respect.
work miracle.
Like-
Hey, get some candles.
when I was a child, I used to just play. I used to just do this around the fire.
Oh,
Make it
yeah.
think like I was actually doing
of the
something.
incense.
What?
Oh, I thought
No,
you
a
were-
candle.
A candle.
Yeah, no, a
My
candle.
dad used to let me play with the incense smoke, and I would like spell my name or something.
I'll try and like try and make a tornado. Yeah, that was.
Those were the days, man, bro. This really got me thinking back to the easy days when I didn't have to worry about gas money.
yeah.
Keep trust me, it gets worse.
Don't.
I'm just saying.
He's like, the older you get,
I
the
was
worse
at-
it
Enjoy
gets.
it
I
while
was
you
at-
can.
I was at church yesterday and like we were talking, and then my youth pastor just said it straight up. You're like, hey guys, 18 months you're in college, and my heart dropped.
That's crazy.
I was like,
It goes by
and
so
for you
fast.
sooner.
Yeah.
So
Tax party. Woo.
Shut up. All right, guys. Do we have our shout outs of the week?
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Alex, you have one
I
too?
was like,
do.
where's the music?
Well,
Oh. Which one? Sure.
I think it's usually this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right, Jay, do you have one?
Yes, my shout out of the week is Nails by Inta. It's basically a press-on nail place that she does. She creates all of them, and she ships them from the UK, and she does it worldwide. If you guys like nails, but you don't want to spend $60, $70 to get them done, I would definitely look up like some nice press-ons to get a good glue. Like, it's just as good. You're just saving money. But yeah, I would go check her Instagram out. You would really like all of the stuff she does.
All right. My shout out of the week is Hannah McCoy, amazing, talented photographer, but even more than that, she's a amazing, great friend. I've known Hannah for like 2 years, since I was a freshman. And she's honestly one of my best friends. She charges $20 for one photo shoot, but she's extremely talented. She'll take them, edit them. And yeah, you guys should go check her out. Hannah McCoy Photography.
Yeah, she is really great.
Hannah's
I with her.
She photographed the first Z League photo shoot, my first brand.
I remember that.
They turned out, they were great. So shout out to Hannah. Everybody go check her out.
Yeah.
Hannah's awesome.
Yeah.
My shout out of the week is Pastor Michael Todd. I've been listening to him on Spotify just during the pandemic. I stumbled upon him, and I've been listening to pretty much all of his sermons ever since. He came off of sabbatical recently, and he went to the Breakfast Club, which I was like, pastor on the Breakfast Club, that's pretty impressive. And I found out that he was settled his church in the Tulsa area, so he's pretty known around Oklahoma.
Transformation Church.
Church, and it started off with 300 people. Then they bought a stadium. They paid it off in 5 months. And now they have thousands and thousands of people who tune in on Spotify. So just shout out to him and him preaching the good word.
It's nice.
All right, my shout out of the week is Derek Spencer Photography. He's a photographer for the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh wow!
And he's done a lot of he has like a really unique style as far as like what he does.
Yeah.
And he just has really cool stuff. He like does a lot of work with Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and Isaiah Simmons, all with the Arizona Cardinals. So go check him out.
Cool.
Great follow.
It's awesome.
That wraps up everything for this week's episode. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe and tune in every Friday wherever you're listening or watching. And also be on the lookout for Jordan Miller's podcast every Tuesday with Gen Y. Guys, have a great weekend.
Make sure you